Welcome, Capricorn. This is Carolyn with Intuitive Enlightenment, here to do your July general reading. This is going to be either resonating with your career or your relationship, however it resonates with you. I want to welcome all my Capricorn subscribers, new viewers, and cross-watchers. Thank you for taking the time to support my channel by like, sharing, and subscribing. I know we're not in the middle yet, but July 9th already, so please be patient with me. I am doing some extra load at work, so I haven't been able to get to it at the beginning of the month, but hey, it's better late than never, right? Okay, so this reading here for you, Capricorn, I'm going to use the Wonderland Tarot to get the main overall message. I'm using the Legacy of the Divine Tarot from Cyril Marchetti for the Celtic spread, and then I'm going to be using the Angel Answers to get you an answer to a question, whether it's a career or love that you're asking or a question that you have in your mind, okay? Let me get the sage stick burning here. So I've already charged the cards with the crystals. Okay, I'm going to use the frequency bowl to cleanse the energies in the room. I am saging the decks that I'm going to be using. So again, this is the Legacy of the Divine Tarot that I'm using for the Celtic spread, and Angel Answers to get an answer to a question that is in your mind that right now, okay? Get you some inspiration message, okay? So I'm going to be using the frequency bowl, and this is for entertainment purposes only. This is not to supersede your own personal judgment, medical or legal advice. If you need a professional, please seek a professional, okay? So here we go. All right, thank you so much. Let's get this party started, Capricorn. Okay, so hopefully this is finding you in a good, abundant, prosperous place, in a safe place. Let's go ahead and see what the messages are for Capricorn in July. What is the overall issue or main message? There we go. The Moon card. So you're either dealing with a Pisces, Capricorn, or you are dealing with dark, uncertain times, no clarity. There's a situation in your life in July, whether it's a career or relationship that is not a clear path, okay? So you're either dealing with the Pisces as the overall general message, or you are having unclear dark path, no clarity at this moment. You cannot see the path in front of you. The unknown is in front of you, and it's how you're going to be dealing with it. So let's find out what that means for you, okay? So the moon doesn't have to be a bad thing. Sometimes when we have something that happens in our life and we have no clear path, we don't know what the future is going to bring. That's not always a bad thing. It's just it is like startling, or it is a little bit anxiety ridden, because sometimes we like to know what path we're on. We like to know what we're in store for the future. We can't always know that. So the moon card is not a bad thing, or it could be just like you said, like I said, you're dealing with the Pisces. Okay, so let's go ahead and find out what Capricorn's story is. Okay, we're going to do the Celtic cross. Okay, Celtic spread. What is the main message or issue that my Capricorns need to know for their higher good in July? I have the card of the swords. It looks like the Two of Swords. Okay, so this is why the moon card. You're going to have a decision that you have to make. It's a hard decision, but you know it's a difficult decision, but it's a decision you have to make. It's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, so you could be dealing with the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You don't have to be, but you are unclear and you don't know which path to take, but you know there's a decision that has to be made. So something going on with a career or relationship that it's time to make a decision, and it's a difficult decision, but you know that it has to be made. Okay. All right. Your obstacle is the Nine of Wands. You're trying to stick something out. You're trying to not let go of something, and the decision might involve sticking something out or not sticking something out. So the Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy of the Nine of Wands is your block. Okay. So that is what's keeping you and holding you back. So you have to make a decision on whether you're going to see this through. With the Nine of Wands, it's about someone that's wanting to persevere. They want to finish the race. They want to finish this relationship or this career because they're not one to stop. They've gone all this way. They're weary, they're tired, but they don't really know whether they want to call it quits or put any more time and defense into it, or if they are ready to drop it, okay? Because the next step after the Nine of Wands is Ten of Wands, where you're laying down a burden, okay? So maybe you're making that choice, Capricorn, on whether you want to stick something out, if it's just worthy of you putting any more time and effort into it, whether it's a relationship or career. The card that fell out for your recent past, I have the five of coins, okay? So you're having to make this choice, a difficult choice. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy could deal with the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It's leading to uncertain times with no clear path with the moon card. Your obstacle is that you're trying to finish this. You're not a quitter. Capricorns, what they set their minds to, they always want to accomplish. But maybe in this moment and this endeavor, whether it's career or relationship, maybe hanging on is not an option, okay? Because what you're going through or what you have recently gone through in the latter part of June and going into July is the Five of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. That's about feeling lonely, isolated, left out in the cold, abandoned. Maybe the money situation is not great. Maybe you're feeling bereft of income. Something is making you have to make a choice. Although your obstacle is that you want to stay in the game, it's leaving you too isolated, left out in the cold, and feeling bereft. Okay, so however that relates to you, Capricorn, it looks like Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. So it could have been dealing with the Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but I feel more intuitively that something is causing you to have to make a hard decision. Okay, whether it's a relationship or career, on whether you're going to put any more time into it because you're feeling isolated and abandoned, okay, or bereft of something that you really truly need. In your immediate future, Capricorn, I have the card of the Seven of Swords. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, again, was someone cheating on you? Was somebody deceiving you? Is it something that you were in self-denial about? Maybe thinking that you can finish something out career-wise or relationship-wise that you're keeping yourself in denial about, and that's why a choice has to be made, and that's why the Moon card, because there's an unclear path, you don't know which path to choose. That could be an issue, okay? So that's in your immediate future. Be careful of self-deception, being in self-denial, someone pulling the wool over your eyes, making you feel this abandonment, making you feel lonely and bereft, okay? And you feel it. Intuitively, Capricorn, you feel it. And your obstacle is that you don't, you want to finish something. You want to go the whole 9 rounds, but you don't know whether to put any more time and effort into it. So now you're having to make the choice of, do I stay? Do I go? Do I leave this situation because I don't feel like it's in my best interest with this deceiving card? I feel like it's leaving me isolated, abandoned, or moneyless if it's in a career endeavor. And the unsurety of the Moon card is what's the general message of the reading. So in your distant past message, I have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You could be dealing with the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You have a lot of energies of the swords across the board here. The main message is the Two of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. The immediate future is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy of deceit, self-denial, deception. And now in your distant past, you have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And in the distant past, this message is going to help you in your present and your future decisions. Something learned lesson in the past that you had to learn. This Five of Swords is indicative of speaking your piece, getting something off your chest, saying, hey, enough. I'm not going to go for this. I don't feel this is the right thing to do, the moral thing to do. It's not what I want to do. I have strong convictions about this. So harsh words were said. You had to speak your piece about something in the distant past, and now I think you're due to repeat it because of the situation you're in with having to make a decision. Maybe you've been biting your tongue and not stating something that you have strong convictions of in a relationship or a career endeavor, and now the past message is saying, and there's times that you have no choice but to speak your piece and state your case, and you know, if it hurts somebody or if it alienates you from somebody or if it breaks the situation apart, it has to be done because, you know, morally that's just how you feel strongly about it, and you've had to do that in the past, and it looks like in your future the distant past message is saying that you may have to do that again because it doesn't look like with the deception, the choice that you have to made with the Two of Swords, the isolation and bereftness that you feel, and you're weary, you're tired, the obstacle is, okay? So in your future message, though, it shows here that you will get clarity. The Ace of Swords is always about new beginnings. And so, and the Ace of Swords is not only about new beginnings, it's also being you being gifted with the divine of truth, clarity, and knowledge and insight. So in the future, you will know what to do because you will be divinely gifted with the knowledge, okay? Whatever deception, whether it's yourself giving it to yourself or if it's something being put upon you, somebody deceiving you, the choice is going to have to be made. You're not in a clear time, but you're weary, you're tired. That's the obstacle. You don't know whether you should go on anymore because the situation that you're in, whether it's love or career, is leaving you isolated, abandoned, left out in the cold, and you're just tired of the deception, and you may just have to break free from it by speaking your piece, okay? Because in the future, you are going to have insight, true clarity, divinely gifted to you. The Ace is divine knowledge being imparted to you to give you clarity so that in this time of unknown, you will have the insight as to what to do, okay? What is the present energies for Capricorn in July? What is the present energies for my Capricorns in July? I have the Chariot, okay? So either you're dealing with a Cancer in your present moment, or the Chariot card's meaning. The Chariot card means that you're going to be taking action. So I think that with this situation going on in this unclear time, you are in the present in July saying, okay, whatever it is, whatever I need to do, I'm going to be taking action. I'm going to be kicking ass, taking names, and I'm not going to let something stop me. Okay. And so that where it could be where the distant past messages is, where you had to speak your piece and lay it down on the line, no matter who gets hurt from it. You know, it's just that you have to speak your piece. You have to get it done. You have to say enough is enough. This ain't working out for me in a relationship or career. I have to move on, and I have to move on quick like in a hurry, like yesterday. Okay. And what's the energies that's influencing the Chariot, okay, the influencing outside energies that's helping you in that moment is justice. Okay, so Capricorns, you feel like justice is not in your favor. You feel the deception. You feel that somebody's pulling the wool over your eyes. Okay, you're tired, you're weary. You know that it's time for justice to be in your favor, and you're now at the moment, Capricorn, willing to make that decision. It's a hard, difficult decision, but you know that you have to make it, and you're ready to make it. Okay, you're ready to make it because you're tired and weary, don't want to carry that load. You're tired of feeling isolated, left out in the cold, and abandoned. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. You know about the deception, or you will know about the deception, because in the future you have insight, clarity, truth. You know what, you're in the know. Okay, and so in the present energies in July, you're about moving on. You're about, hey, let me speak my truth. Justice needs to be in my favor, and justice is the outside energies that's helping you in moving on. Okay, justice is saying, hey, it's your time, unless you're dealing with the Libra, because the justice card is, you know, could be a Libra assisting you, could be a Cancer assisting you, but time is on your side now. Okay, justice is in your favor. If it's a legal matter, it's going to end in your favor. If it's injustice and deception that's been done to you, you're going to get clarity and justice will be served. Okay, what your hopes and fears are, though, Capricorn, in July, is that the Ten of Wands, you fear or hope, more so, because this is your hopes and fears. In July, you're hoping that you can lay down this burden. Your obstacle is of sticking something out, tired, weary, defenses are up, you know, tired, you've been the whole 9 yards, and your hope is that the Ten of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy, will allow you to drop the burden, free yourself with the Chariot card, with moving on. Okay, making that choice with the Two of Swords, that is your hope. Your hope is to leave the Ten of Wands, drop the burden, and move on to justice on your side. Okay, things in your favor. What is the outcome for my Capricorns in July? I have the Three of Swords. Okay, so in your outcome, this is going to be a very painful moment. This is going to be a growth moment. Okay, so whatever it is that you have to speak your piece about, again, get it off your chest. Some kind of deception being portrayed against you, Capricorn. Something that's leaving you isolated, left out in the cold, feeling bereft, penniless, isolated, abandoned. You're weary. You're tired. Okay. You are going to make the choice to liberate yourself for justice on your side. You are going to do it quickly. You will get truth and insight and clarity. You will be able to, your hope is that you'll be able to drop that overburden. It is going to be painful, though, because if this is a relationship break and you have to break up with someone or leave the relationship because of what's being done to you and not in your favor, someone deceiving you or blind, you know, keeping you blind, but it's too much. It's too much despair. It's too much isolation. It's too much abandonment. So that is a painful moment. So breaking free from something, Capricorn, is your main message in July. You're breaking free from something that is painful to you. It's going to cause grief, anger, despair, but it's something that you know that in order for justice to be on your side, in order for you to move on, okay, and to stop this deception being portrayed against you or being in self-denial about something, career or relationship that is not in working in your favor, it's overburdening you, it's overwhelming you, and you want to drop that Ten of Wands. Okay, so let's get you an inspiration message, an angel answer for your July. This is going to be a question that you have in your mind, whether it's a relationship or career, that you want an answer to. Okay, let's let the angels answer that question for you, Capricorn. All right, what does the angels have to say for Capricorn in July? Compromise. Okay, so you have all been You have been putting up with something that you feel has been unjust, and you've had to come clean and speak your piece, okay? Something from the distant past message saying that you're reliving it again. It's going to be helping you in your present and your future decisions. You've had to speak your piece before. You've had to lay it on the line before. You realize that now is the time that you're going to have to lay it on the line again, okay? Because you're going to be given truth, insight, and clarity into something that's been a deception portrayed against you, or that you have been in self-denial about, okay? You've compromised. You will continue to compromise, but you are unwilling to stay in the situation. Justice is something that you are craving. You're tired of the injustice of the situation, whether it's relationship or career, and compromise is what you're going to do. You're going to compromise with yourself, and you're going to say, you know, I've been good this far. I've taken it the 9 yards, but I'm overwhelmed. I see the deception. Whether it's I'm deceiving myself or someone's deceiving me, and I just don't want to deal with it anymore. And even though it's going to be a painful break in the outcome, it's going to lead to something like anger, grief, or despair. It's something that you know that you'll get through. Okay? All right. So much love to you, Capricorn. Until we read again, take care. Carolyn with Intuitive Enlightenment. Like, share, and subscribe.